So what has the online reaction been to news about Rio's World Cup exit? Well, Marcus Speller and Luke Moore from the football podcast footballramble.com join us in the studio this evening. Gents, what do you think? A really bad sign or something England can get over?
It's an awful happening, really. I mean, the captain as well, our best centre-back, I think. It's all going wrong at the last minute, really. It's hopefully not a disaster, but...
It's of that order of magnitude for you, is it?
Yeah, because I think he really is the real heartbeat of that defence. And he's the captain. As I say, we've already lost one captain earlier on in the season when this captaincy was changed, and it's going to have to be changed again.
They've got plenty of other captains
well, that's
lined
right,
up, really,
yeah.
isn't it? Look, what do you reckon? Is it really that insurmountable, or
it's a blow?
They can regroup, can't they?
It's certainly a blow. I mean, he's the captain of the squad. He's one of the most experienced players in the team. He's not had a great season. He's had injuries, he's had a back problem recurring, he's had a groin problem as well. This is obviously a knee problem, it's a knee ligament, so it looks like to be a separate issue.
Right.
I think it's just...
I've read online comments, there were already questions about how long he might survive. And if it turns into a long tournament, you know, some of those things might have come back anyway.
Well, in a way, it's great that it's happened. If it's going to happen, it's great that it's happened before the World Cup starts, because at least he can be replaced. Michael Dawson, who's had an incredible season for Spurs, he's helped steer them into the top four and into the Champions League. He can replace Rio Ferdinand, so at least we've got a replacement there. And then Steven Gerrard will presumably take over as captain, as he's the vice captain in the squad.
Twitter comments already suggesting there are better defenders anyway. You disagree? You think he's the best?
I think he's our best one, but we've got good replacements. I mean, Ledley King will be, I'd imagine, given a chance now, although he's had his injury problems as well. But let's keep our fingers crossed there. Jamie Carragher's got great experience, and as Luke said, it's a great chance for Michael Dawson to come in and get a lot of experience, because he hasn't actually got any England caps.
Do you think there are ramifications for the way Capello actually puts the team together? You know, are there knock-ons? Without Ferdinand there, does he have to then reshuffle?
I don't know if that's the case. I think it'll probably be, just because he's a centre-back, I think it'll be a straight replacement. As Marcus probably says, Ledley King with John Terry at centre-back.
But he's more than just a centre-back.
Of course,
that's what everyone says about Ferdinand.
That's right.
He's so much more.
He's a ball-playing centre-back. He's comfortable on the ball, and he's the captain of the side. As far as changing the formation around, I don't really see that. But it's obviously going to be a loss and a blow to the squad. There's no doubt about that. But when you've got players like Ledley King and Michael Dawson who can come in, OK, he's inexperienced, but he's a great footballer, he's a great player. And I have a lot of faith in King and Dawson especially. And if worse comes to worse, they can play together because they play together for their club. And they know each other.
Somebody noting, actually, Dawson's wedding anniversary today.
Absolutely.
What a present from anyone else. I'm just off to South Africa for a while.
Cancel the dinner.
I have to say, we tried to look for some clean comments about Emil Heskey on the Twitter pages, and I'm afraid there wasn't a single frame of TV which was broadcastable, really.
That's a shame.
Because people are being fairly abusive. Does he deserve all the stick he gets?
I don't think so. I think that's harsh, really. I mean, he was brilliant in the qualifiers. You know, him and Rooney linked very well up front together. I think he's quite a likeable guy, personally. He doesn't score goals, and I think people get annoyed.
Well, there you go. That's the thing everyone says. He's a striker. He doesn't score many goals.
But I don't think he's there to score. I know that sounds almost contradictory, but he's there to bring in the likes of Gerrard and Rooney and Aaron Lennon or Joe Cole, or whoever may be up there with him, to bring them into play. And he brings Rooney into play brilliantly, I think, and did in the qualifiers. Rooney was our top goal scorer.
People should back off Heskey then, should they?
Yeah, well, if you look at Rooney's record with Heskey for England and without Heskey for England, he's much better with Heskey alongside him. He prefers to play with him. Heskey holds the ball up, brings other players into play. Football isn't as simple as that. It's not just about, he plays up front, so he scores goals. There's a bit more to it than that, I think.
OK. Interesting that Capello, I thought, was pains to point out he didn't think it had anything to do with the pitch. No criticism of the facilities or anything there. No. It was just one of those things.
It looks
yes. And, I mean, the point was also being made, at this stage of preparing for a tournament, you can't muck about in training, can you? You really have got to be full on to get yourself psyched up for the big game.
I don't think you can tip-tap around and think, oh, well, let's not take it too seriously because I might get injured. I don't think that's in their mentality. From what we've seen, the facilities look first class. We haven't seen the challenge that Heskey put into the injury.
But I was just sort of underlining the point, a tackle in training is a real tackle. I mean, you know.
That's right.
Look what happened to Dean Ashton. He was injured in training, and it ended his career. These things happen, you know. It's unfortunate for him, and it's probably going to be his last chance to play in the World Cup. So it's a shame.
I think also that if it had happened to a player, for example, Jamie Carragher, who's not had any injuries, people would have been blimey. You know, was it a big challenge?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Was it over the top?
Yeah, but as Ferdinand's had so many injuries, as Luke said. Has that made a...
Guys, I think it won't be the last time you're going to be in this studio for the next month or so. I'm sure there'll be plenty more to talk about. Let's hope it's some good news for England. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
OK, let's tell you about the stories you've been searching for on the Sky News.